Hello. So I finally managed to defeat Savage Omega. But at the same time, man, it's so sad every time I think about it. So when I went to go check my recordings today to like put together my Savage Omega stuff, I noticed that the run that I killed him, like my first time kill, it didn't record. And the thing is, I know I was recording, but what I think has happened is this. So when I finished recording that, or when I finished killing Savage Omega for the first time, and then I stopped recording, I think what happened was even though I hit stop recording on OBS, for some reason it didn't register. Maybe I thought I clicked it, but I didn't. And then when I went to go close OBS, usually when you close OBS while recording, it gives you like a little warning, like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" And I think that I clicked no. I'm like, oh wait, I didn't realize I was still recording. And then I clicked no to then hit stop recording and then close OBS. But I guess maybe that like corrupted or something. Because when I look at the video from last night of me killing it for the first time, it's only like 13 seconds, and I'm like, what? I was like, where the fuck's the rest of my video? So unfortunately, I don't have the video of me killing Savage with Charge Blade, which is what I killed him with on the first time. Instead, I can show you my screenshot of me killing him for the first time, my after quest victory, which unfortunately isn't really much. It's more of like the pity prize, or the pity screenshot, the pity victory. Sorry guys, you can't see it, but I did record today I recorded today another like winning attempt with Savage, just so you can see a winning attempt and how I go about the fight. But unfortunately not with Charge Blade, with Sword and Shield, because I'm gonna be completely honest, doing this fight with Charge Blade is very tough. But I'll talk more about that later at the end of the video. Well, I did in the video I had recorded, but for some reason it's gone, so I'll have to redo my discussion that I did. So sad. But anyways, hope you enjoy the attempts and the victory. So thank you for watching. Hello. Just gonna make this intro really brief. This video is just gonna be me attempting Savage Planetes, or Planetes. I think that's what the hunters. I don't know. Planetes, whatever. I don't care. I'm curious to see how this fight is. I've seen a little bit of gameplay, so I know he has some like new stuff. Thank you for doing that, Cat. I do have the support hunters coming with me, because this fight is going to be incredibly hard by myself, so I don't feel comfortable doing it. Oh, there's a new cutscene. Whoa.
The hunt is on!
We've been charged with slaying the target. Capturing it isn't an option.
Wait. Whoa, wait. Hold on. What? Dude, what the fuck is wrong with Steam? What the fuck is wrong with you, Steam? Why do you do this to me? Fuck you, man. Where's my party? What? Am I confused or something? Oh.
I'll see you back at camp.
All right, so I chose support hunters that people have been recommending.
Hard carcass.
Omega Planetus has returned, and it may have assimilated Jinda Hot's power. Be careful.
Oh shit. Okay, nice. Okay, that's cool. The song, wait, what? Larbird? I'm not on the right side. Fuck. Oh my god. What? Oh. Don't worry, guys, I got you. Okay. Ah. So I can now shoot ice. Kind of epic. You know, now that I think about it, we should. Do all the legs have the same hit zones? I don't know. Back up. Okay, that attack's not too bad. It's pretty easy. Oh, nice, Alessa. Oh, I'm a goober. I should have savaged. Like, I'm so stupid. I changed my build around a little bit to add more flare. That way I can pop wounds, or I can make more wounds. Oh, fuck, I did not have time. Oh, I should have done this before. I've been seeing the strat where people use the palm poco or the palm paint before we start the fight. That way you have the wing ready, and then you have like Mog. Yeah, my plan is probably to like try to save up a Mog for the Ursula DPS check, because probably gonna need it, honestly. Starboard, am I on the right side? Oh, no, I'm not. Not too bad. Nice dodge, Mina. Okay. Okay, Kai's running around in circles. Kind of epic. Okay. Oh, it's a little bit red over here. Yeah, the Swarms are pretty OP. Okay. I wanted to save them out, but that's okay. Alright, I believe in you, Kai. Tricky. What?
Hold on strong.
Get to the other side! Oh, fuck. Okay. Long potion. Okay, hold on. Let me, wing. Okay. Honestly, the only thing I'm worried about for this version of the fight is a time limit more than anything. Okay, hold on. We got a wound. Shit, that's scary as fuck. Oh, I probably should have. No, that's okay.
Okay, let's up the pace.
Mobile deployed. Make good use of it.
No, get clear. Hey.
Okay. Took my ass there. I went the wrong way.
I'm glad you're all right. Don't worry, you'll get him next time.
Okay. What is Alessa doing over here? You're supposed to be on the battlefield, soldier. Oh, I should have just took the thingy-majiggy. Yeah, this fight's pretty cool. It's just the DPS check is just annoying. I don't know. I think DPS checks in general are just annoying. But never really like fun or anything. Okay. Oh shit. Starboard. I'm holding the lock on the wrong side. Okay, we need to break another leg, goddammit. Please tell me this leg wasn't already broken. Okay, thank God. Okay, I'm gonna try not to damage the head too much because I want Alessa to be aggro, not me. Okay, let me mog here. Yeah, I gotta make sure I'm using my mogs. Tragic. Yeah, I don't worry too much about healing. Larbird, okay, I'm on the right side. I'm on the hell no, I'm not on the right side. Fuck. I gotta get used to that. Ooh, that is dangerous. Oh, that was lucky. What the fuck am I supposed to do there? I guess I should have called my sacred to get me out. Yeah, I trolled that shit. I mean, it's okay.
I'll sit tight here.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. For me, the only thing I'm worried about is just the time. I just hope I can do enough damage. But that phase, I don't know, it's just like, I don't know. I guess I just need to play a bit better. I got one.
Let's get after it.
Okay. We'll see. Oh, nice. Starboard. Oh, oh, he did surge. Okay, I gotta pay attention to that. That move I do know about. I've seen people deal with. Ah, little rots. Oh, oh god, the little bots are much tankier. That's not good. Oops. Try not to miss. Oh. Yeah, we don't have to retwinch with the Spore Hunters. Thankfully, they cannot die. I would not be surprised if they nerf that shit. I don't have Sour Jacks, that's okay. Oh. Right back up. Oh, God. Charging? Charging again. Ah, he can, okay, I was wondering, so he can heal wounds, so you probably should just pop them, like, soon. Starboard. Okay. I understand it now. Oh shit. Aww.
That did the trick.
Oh, come on.
Get clear of it!
You must hold on strong.
I guess we'll see. I'm not really comfortable with this run, but we'll see. Oh, fucking laser beams, man. Oh, come on. I don't know. I don't know when the Nursilla Oh, I see. I didn't notice that. Okay. There's a little laser. I don't think I'm gonna pass it. No! Die! Just die! Why do you so much health? Ugh. At least I still have one more feint. But I saw some people say that he can, I saw some people say that he can, summon it again. Oh, hold on. Okay. It's tough. It's also a lot harder when I have to, I don't know. I was thinking, I don't know, I've been thinking about like, I still have time, but I've been thinking about like maybe changing weapons for that Nursilla phase. But the problem is I'm not very like comfortable with a lot of other weapons. Oh my god, what the fuck is going on with the music? Starboard. Okay. Damn, what a horrifying noise. I'm missing something strange. Oh, the fact that I could not see like at all.
bumming yet, huh?
Gift just for you.
Okay, so time to talk about Savage Omega while my Sword and Shield gameplays in the background. I'm just gonna give like a brief little thing where what I'm gonna say is basically what I said in the video that got that just like vanished. I seriously have no idea what happened. It's very upsetting. Anyways, so Omega overall is a really cool fight. I actually really like it a lot more than Behemoth, because Omega actually has more interesting mechanics to deal with than Behemoth just spamming Chartibus and then Meteor and then maybe a lightning move. I don't remember, to be honest. It was like it was very just like whatever. I think Omega is more fun in that regard. And Omega looks cooler just a little bit, but I don't hate Behemoth. I think Behemoth looks really cool, right? Behemoth is a long-standing Final Fantasy boss, and for good reason. He's a very cool, just like big monster thing, dog thing. But anyways, Omega. This fight is a lot. This fight is a lot. Now, like I mentioned, I did beat him with Charge Blade for the first go around, or for my first time. So because I don't have the video, which is so sad, but I'll just kind of describe my experiences with Charge Blade in this fight. So to do so, I need to kind of discuss just Monster Hunter in general. So every monster in Monster Hunter fights differently, right? Obviously, right? If you look at Wilds, right? How, for example, Doshaguma fights is very different from how Odo Garen fights, for example, right? How, you know, Ray Dao fights is very different from how, you know, Rathalos fights, so on and so forth, right? Very different monsters do very different things. And with that, you get the either intentional or unintentional design where the 14 weapon types of Monster Hunter have varying levels of difficulty and comfortability and stability when fighting monsters. What I mean is, for example, if we take Seregios, I'll just use Seregios as an example. How you fight Seregios with dual blades versus how you fight Seregios with Greatsword is going to be very different because of the tools that you have access to on both weapons. But usually, overall, most of the time, you know, while like Seregios might be harder for like the slower weapon classes because of how relentless and aggressive it is, it doesn't necessarily mean that Seregios is necessarily impossible with Greatsword, right? Like you can very easily like just poop on Seregios with Greatsword. You could just kill him and its entire bloodline in like 5 minutes or something with Greatsword. I have no doubt about that. But of course, it's just a level of, it's just a matter of like how comfortable the fight is with Greatsword. Like how do I say it? I guess the easiest way to say it is that some monsters will be easier with some weapons and harder with others, is basically what I'm trying to say. Omega, I think, feels like the almost epitome of that, in the sense that he feels very, very rough to fight with some weapons more than others, and it just feels really, really bad, like more so than any other monster. Like I have fought a 9-star, like 5-star tempered Seregios with Charge Blade, and while that Seregios definitely hits like a truck, I didn't think it was too bad. I was able to, you know, figure out how to deal with, you know, Seregios and his, you know, slightly more aggressiveness and higher damage attacks that are really quick, right? I was able to do that, and I didn't feel that like I was struggling too hard with Charge Blade. I felt like, you know, I just had to like play more patient and methodical with, you know, due to just how fast and aggressive Seregios is. I'm like parallel sentencing here, but point is that with Omega, it doesn't really feel like that, in the sense that I feel like with Charge Blade, Omega just feels so hard. The problem is not that Omega is fast. I mean, he moves, you know, he has a lot of fast attacks and moves around, you know, it can move quickly. It's more just a fact of how erratic he is, right? Omega is a very squirmy, wiggly monster. He is very, very, very mobile. He will jump around the arena, do attacks from like across the arena, all within a very short period of time. And the problem is that with Charge Blade, it's, you know, a weapon that requires some ramp up time to actually do things, right? You need to charge your files, and then you need to, you know, load the files into your, you know, gauge, and then you have to, you know, well, I guess you don't have to, but for this fight, I think it's kind of, you probably want to really charge your shield because of the, you know, because charge shield gives a guard 2, I think, guard +2 or +3. I think it's just guard 2 in this game. Right, so it gives you guard, right? It gives you guard, and that's always very handy. And honestly, charging your sword in this fight isn't bad either because of Mind's Eye, right? Mind's Eye doesn't actually hurt to have in this fight. It's actually pretty alright. But anyways, yeah, Charge Blade is just so tough in this fight. I can definitely do it, right? I did it once. I can definitely do it again. It's just, I feel, how I say, with Savage Omega, because of the time limit, you really have to like pick and choose. You really have to like be very quick and aggressive, right? While you do have some leeway in the fight, it's definitely, I mean, I feel like you can probably attest to this, or anybody can attest to this who's done it. The fight can snowball like bad really quickly, right? Omega has so many ways to just turn the fight from like in your favor to his favor in like an instant, to where you know, you're kicking his ass, and then in a second you're dead because he decides to do like the most just cringe attack combination in his arsenal. So that's the thing with this fight, is it's very erratic and very, very unstable. Even if you try to like stabilize it as much as possible by doing things like, you know, you take the aggro first of Omega. That way, you know, either your other, you know, your player friend or random SOS player tank can aggro easy, or you know, how I say, so that they can aggro more easily. Or if you have Alessa, the support hunter, to aggro more easily, right? There's a tip for you there. Take aggro first. That way it's much easier for the tank player to take aggro, because then Omega stops moving around so much if he's aggroed, right? So like that's one way to stabilize the fight, right? But the problem, of course, is that when Omega moves to new areas, and then after a while he'll lose aggro, and when he does, it's basically like really, really scary, because then you have a decision of, do I just start focusing on damaging him, or do I try to take aggro back? Because if you take aggro back, then it makes the fight a lot less annoying. But the problem is that trying to take aggro, especially in phase 3 and 4, is really, really, really hard, because of just how much more he attacks, how much more just erratic he gets, right? Especially phase 4, he'll just start shooting so many fucking missiles. It's insane. It's really, really hard to take back Enmity. But anyways, that's just one way to stabilize the fight, but it's definitely still like really, really hard. Another thing that's really annoying with Savage, of course, it's just how much damage he does, but that's with every tempered monster. But I think it just feels extra worse on Savage because of like how many just huge arena sweeping moves he has, right? Like best example is when he's in Pantocrator mode, and he does that move where he starts like freaking out and he starts like leaping around like a frog and like shooting flames, right? And then afterwards he'll like stop, and then you can get like a wound pop on him, right? The problem is that that move in Savage mode hurts really, really bad. Like it can definitely kill you at like 80% health. And like he just jumps around the whole entire arena. And if you're not in a good position, you're kind of screwed. And that's the thing, positioning. It's so hard to just like make Omega get into a good position, because there's so many times, especially in phase 2, where he'll get like caught up on like the little cliffs, and his legs are just in like really weird spots, and it just makes it really weird to hit him. But yeah, it's tough. Other than that, the DPS check. Oh my god. I'll be honest. I switched to, in my winning attempt with Charge Blade, or my first winning attempt with Charge Blade, I switched to Sword and Shield, the Rathalos Sword and Shield, because I'll be honest, doing that DPS check with Charge Blade is so unfun. I found myself just not having fun at all, because I just feel like I just couldn't do damage fast enough because of, like, once again, how much ramp up time Charge Blade needs, right? You know, you need to charge your vials, you need to load them into your shield to do extra damage because it's a DPS check. I mean, I guess you don't have to, but it definitely would help. But I guess you don't have to in this scenario. But even then, it's just like how much time, right? Then you unload all your vials, and then it's like, okay, now I have to do it again. But the problem is that Nursilla is also very slippery. Of course, there are methods you can look up online, and you can actually see in this video the method that I use. It's just a method that's I've been seeing around on like Japanese Monster Hunter Twitter, of making the Nursilla fight a lot more stable and consistent, and it works out really well. The basic premise is you go to one of the, there's like 2 walls on either side of where Nursilla spawns that you can go to, and there's a Morbol seedling that you can, you know, you slinger it, you aim and you hit it with your slinger, and then you just kind of let it, you know, you stand there, let it come to you, right? Because the Morbols take a second before they breathe, because the first thing Nursilla always does is rush the player. I don't know how it works in like 4-player multiplayer with like people and not support hunters, but if you're with support hunters, it'll always rush you first. And so what you do is you get the Morbol to come to you, let it charge up its breath, and then the Nursilla will like dive, the Nursilla will like charge towards you and then get paralyzed immediately. Of course, you should wait a second before attacking, because the Morbol like gas lasts for like a bit longer than you think. So, just wait a little bit before you get paralyzed, before you start attacking the Nursilla. And then after that, it's just kind of like paying attention to your surroundings and seeing if you can get another of the Morbol seedlings and just chain those together. And that's your That's your best way to stabilize the fight if you're not using a paralysis weapon. If you have a paralysis weapon, that also helps out a lot. But that's just one way to stabilize the fight a lot more, because goddamn, Nursilla is slippery. And like the moment that Nursilla is able to move, she will just bounce. I think in this winning attempt here, or this winning, not attempt, but this winning video that I have with the Sword and Shield, that does happen towards like the endish, or towards like, yeah, towards like the endish of the DPS check, where like we get like Nursilla locked down, but then it like escapes and starts kind of doing things. But I think thankfully it didn't do, it just started like spamming lasers instead of like jumping around. So yeah. Overall, just kind of ending on Savage Omega, I just want to say, if I were to give it like a rating, I say that that fight is like a solid 7 out of 10. Because, you know, on one hand, I do appreciate the extra difficulty. You know, I don't hate Omega's moveset. I think it's fun to play around. But on the other hand, it's just, the fight feels so like hard to do if you make a mistake, especially with the time limit. It's so scary, man. But I did it, right? I managed to do it, and you know, with Sword and Shield, I'm able to do the fight more consistently. But even then, it can still go very, very wrong. Like I said, Omega is just very easily turn the fight around in an instant. Anyways, I think that if I were to give you any tips for if you're playing Charge Blade in this fight, my biggest tip is probably to just not rely too much on like discharges, because or not rely on discharges, but don't rely on like file damage. Just instead focus sorely on Savage Axe mode, because like I said, Omega is just way too squirmy to rely on Charge Blade's really, really long animations. So you really just have to rely on Savage Axe mode and try to keep Savage Axe mode as active as possible. But maybe I'll make like a dedicated video talking a little bit about it. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't really give advice for the DPS check with Charge Blade other than pray to God, I guess. The only advice I can really give for the DPS check with Charge Blade is just get an elemental file Charge Blade. I use the new Udra one because it's a fire elemental. And I mean, the thing is, I passed the DPS check with that Charge Blade before, but it just requires a lot of it just requires a bit more luck, in my opinion, compared to just me using Sword and Shield and just like consistently dishing out damage instead of like having to charge my files and everything. But you know, I can probably try Charge Blade again, because I did change my build for Savage Omega to have like some. I changed my build around to be more DPS focused than like comfort focused, like I was using before. So yeah. Anyways, I talked through like the entire half of. I talked through like almost the whole fight here, but yeah, that's my thoughts on the Omega fight. Oh, I guess if I were to rate like normal Omega, honestly, like a 9 out of 10 fight. I really enjoyed normal Omega. I think he's like perfectly fine. But Savage Omega is just, I think, a little extra cringe, so I'm giving it like a 7 out of 10. But I will say that even though Savage Omega is a bit cringe, I do like the fact that he does have, or I like the fact that Capcom made it so that if you do kill him, you actually do get rewarded more. You do get like a juicier reward, right? You get the Omega armor and the Sword and Shield and the Insect Glaive and the Kinsect. Well, the Kinsect you can just get. I don't know if you need to beat Savage Omega for the Kinsect, but you need to for the Insect Glaive. But I think that's cool, right? Because Extreme Behemoth didn't really give any rewards, I don't think, other than I think the layered armor for the Draken armor. You get the layered version. But I think that's it. I don't think he actually gave like anything more than that. I might be wrong though, because I fought Behemoth a long time ago, like when he came out, and Extreme Behemoth, so I just never did that fight again, because that fight is, like I said, it's just not as fun. It's pretty boring in my opinion, but you know, agree to disagree there. But anyways, enjoy the finale of this run, and you know, you can just see how fucking hectic it gets. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day.
it off. Almost there. Let's stay sharp. I still have fight in me.
I'm in your debt! Nicely done.
Devil it all! We must fall back! you weren't hurt.